Hi, everyone. My name is Mike Rennick. I'm the team lead, the senior broker of Team Rennick, part of that great Mangrove Realty Associates family. I'd like to bring you up to date with the latest market data. This is considered March data, but it's effective through the end of February. What's going on right now? Let's take a look at the local results, which is the Sarasota and Manatee County data. Then let's look at the national scene and see if we can derive from that what the future may look like. So with the local results, we see that sales are up. This is overall into February, Sarasota, Manatee County. Sales are up 26%. Pending properties, which are future sales, they'll close in the next 30, 60, 90 days, up 36%. Price on $1 per square foot is up 26%. So we're not using price to increase the level of sales. Days on the market. When a listing goes live, how long does it take to get it sold? Down 23%. Months of inventory are down 78%. Clearly favors the sellers. That doesn't mean that a buyer can't win. I'll talk more about that. Let's take a look at this. So when we look at the units sold, again, this is for February of 2021 versus 2020. We see that sales are up 26%, 2242 sold, 1785 last year. Pendings up 36%, 3200 went under contract in the month of February, 2349 last year. When we move into price closed at the end of February at $269 per square foot, $213 a year ago. Days on the market, 56 days on average to get something sold this year. Last year, 73 days, 23% improvement. Months of inventory. Inventory is about 9/10 of a month. Something goes on the market, we clear everything off in less than a month if everything works according to plan. Last year was 4.3 months. Not a lot of inventory. Clearly favors sellers. Let's look at the national scene. What's going on right now? If we look at Lawrence Yun, chief economist at NAR, National Association of Realtors, home sales could possibly reach 8 million if we had more inventory. Mortgage rates should remain very low through 2021, although they may have seen the lowest already. We are seeing an uptick in interest rates, slightly above 3%, but I can remember back when interest rates were 8, 9, 10%, so still relatively low. Mortgage rates hit 3%, as I shared just a moment ago. If we look at the quote from Freddie Mac here, since reaching a low point in January, mortgage rates have risen by more than 30 basis points, and the impact on purchase demand has been noticeable. While purchase activity does remain high, it's cooled off over the last few weeks. It's currently on par with early March prior to the pandemic. Let me share this. We're not seeing that in this part of Florida. This is a national slide here. But here, things are moving really fast, and we haven't seen a slowdown of the influx of buyers. Lawrence Yun, chief economist at NAR. Again, home sales continue to ascend in the first month of the year as buyers quickly snatched up virtually every new listing coming on the market. Sales easily could have been 20% higher if there had been more inventory and more choices. David Benson, chief economist at Nationwide Mutual. As the COVID-19 vaccine becomes more available and the economy improves, he predicts that more homeowners, realizing the equity gains in their homes, will list their existing homes, and that could help alleviate the shortage that we're now seeing. Lawrence Yun again. The typical homeowner in 2020, just by being a homeowner, they would have accumulated around $24,000 in housing wealth. Mark Fleming, nationally, house buying power continues to exceed the median sale price, and that implies housing is not overvalued today. Home price forecast for this year, we look at anywhere from MBA to NAR to Zelman, Realtor.com, and so on. We see a high of 10.3% down to a low of 3.3%. What we're seeing is that almost all experts suggest prices will continue to rise. Annual home appreciation, if we look back between 2002 and 2005, we saw price appreciation about 10%. Now we're seeing it much more realistic at 6%, much more steady market, if you would. So what does this all mean? When you put it all together, it simply means that you need a broker that understands the market, is willing to work hard. When we work with buyers, we have a way that if a buyer truly wants a property, they can succeed using the tools that are available we can make that happen. When we work with a seller, it's about getting the highest possible price for that. And what that means is targeting qualified buyers and getting the word out. So the market continues to remain strong. We'll come back every month with updates and share what's happening. Looking for 2021, almost all the experts agree at this point, another strong year for the housing market. Thanks for watching. I'll be back again next time with another update.